your host, Michelle Burgess, on behalf of Case Western Reserve University's Women in Tech Initiative. In today's discussion, we'll be joined by Carmen Fontana from Centric Consulting. Tell us a little bit more about your role with Centric Consulting.
Yeah, so I co-lead our modern software delivery practice, which is our fancy way of saying helping organizations deliver software more efficiently and effectively. And there's a lot of different components that make up that. So agile practices, a cloud foundational layer, modern DevOps practices, test automation strategies. And so I particularly focus on the cloud and the custom software development piece of that. And additionally, I am involved with our innovation efforts at Centric, and particularly around emerging tech. So wear a lot of hats on a daily basis.
Can you paint a picture for our students in regards to what your day involves, like kind of on a regular basis?
It boils down to three things, which is business development, practice management, and delivery oversight. So business development, that's just our fancy way of saying sales. So that may be working with our marketing team to launch a marketing campaign on LinkedIn, or putting together a white paper, figuring out how to improve conversions on our website. It may be working with our sales team to develop solutions, talking to potential clients, developing proposals, that sort of thing. Delivery oversight. I do a little bit of billable work, but most of the work is done by the folks on our team. And so really just making sure that they're enabled with the right tools, the right guidance, the right information, so that they can be successful in the software that they're developing or these consulting services they're doing. And the last piece, practice management, is a lot of different things. It's reviewing our profit loss statement. It's making sure that the invoices get out the door, that I approve them on time. It is mentoring team members, helping them grow in their careers. And a big piece for me is around thought leadership. So as a consultant, a big piece of our world is selling our knowledge. And so thought leadership, whether it's speaking a podcast like this, or video, or writing blogs, or speaking to the media, that allows me to share the expertise of our team.
And when it comes to your job and things that you do, obviously you wear many hats, but what gets you out of the bed in the morning? Like, what gets you really excited about the work that you do?
Yeah, so I tell people, if you're going into consulting, if you're the kind of person who likes to have the same bologna sandwich every day, consulting is probably not for you. So what I love about consulting really is the variety and the pace. No 2 days are the same, and certainly many times no 2 hours are the same. So I may go from negotiating a deal with a client to speaking to the media about quantum computing, to having a mentoring session with an employee on our team. There is a wide variety of things that could happen in any given day. And a lot of times I don't even know how the day is going to unfold until I'm in it.
When you talk about innovation, like what are some of the leading edge things, and what does innovation mean to you and your company?
Yeah, so innovation means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. For me, I think the more general way of saying innovation is thinking differently, doing things differently. And so that might be a more modern business practice, or it might be a more modern technology. I tend to focus more on the technology side. So when we're talking about emerging tech, we're talking about artificial intelligence, about Internet of Things, we're talking quantum computing, just a lot of the more kind of more far right in the adoption, a little bit farther out. And really helping organizations figure out how to use that technology to solve current business problems.
Tech, like what have you seen where you're like, I couldn't believe we were using X, Y, and Z back in the day, and now we're here? Like what's really stuck in your mind?
The things that I thought I would be doing when I was a student at Case in the late 90s certainly aren't the things that I'm doing today. The things I do today didn't really even exist back then. And so it's been fun to see the evolution of technology. I do feel like my education at Case gave me a really great foundational layer of how to use data, how to be a good learner, just those things that allow you to adapt and change to whatever the next big thing is.
Now knowing what you know and some of the work that you do, is there any layer that you wish you would have added, or just had to be in-person professional learning that helped you evolve?
We talked just a moment ago about how things are evolving all the time. And so being focused just on technology, I think, is a little bit short-sighted. And I wish I would have taken more business classes, and I especially wish I would have taken more humanities classes. When we're talking about things like artificial intelligence, there is certainly a huge technology component, but we also have to think about the tech that we're implementing, how it impacts people, how it impacts humanity, and having that critical thinking that comes from humanities courses is really important. So if I had a time machine, I would go back, I would take all the same tech classes because I felt like they were very important to create that foundational layer, but I would have added in more business management and humanities classes for sure.